everybody, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Social Exchange Drams from Afar. Hope everyone's doing well. The news seems to be pretty good so far. Coronavirus wise, it looks like we've really flattened the curve, which is awesome. So hopefully we'll all be able to go back to normal at some point soon. That would be super excellent. I don't know about you, but I've basically been in the house now for 7 weeks. So yeah, that's getting pretty full on. I know everyone's in the same situation. I hope everyone's supporting each other and being kind, because I think everyone's starting to go a little stir crazy. So fingers crossed that on Friday we hear some good news about some relaxing of restrictions. Cool. Okay, so again, as per usual, we are live, as you can see. If you have any questions throughout tonight's session, feel free to just throw them into the comments. Mods is over here. He's going to be helping me out again, as per usual. And he might jump on there and answer your comments himself. He has a tendency to do that. But if it's anything too technical, then there he is. If it's anything too technical, hopefully he will actually ask me. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a bit of a chat about bitters, and then I'm going to make 2 cocktails using bitters, because it's something that we tend to overlook, but they're a really vital ingredient in a lot of cocktails. So bitters have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. Basically what we're talking about is a lot of herbs and spices macerated in high proof alcohol for a long time, and then just we just strain out the herbs and spices, and we drink that bitters as a tonic, really. And priests, monks have been doing this for hundreds and hundreds of years. What we're looking at specifically today is the Australian Bitters Company. Now, the Australian Bitters Company produce 4 different SKUs, or 4 different expressions. We've got the aromatic, the orange, what do we have here? The barrel spice bitters, yep, and the grapefruit bitters. Only these 2 are actually available in bottle shops. These 2 are exclusively for bartenders' use. So I thought I'd just make a drink with each of these today. Aromatic bitters are familiar to a lot of people. It's the same sort of style as an Angostura style or a Peychaud style. You know, we're talking about rich, full-bodied, lots of spice. As in a side-by-side tasting, the Australian Bitters Company, the aromatic, with the Angostura, they're both excellent. I tend to find the Australian Bitters Company has, I suppose, more, it's fruitier, slightly more spicy, but definitely a lot more fruity. So we're going to have a bit of a play with that one today. And with the orange, I thought we'd throw that into a whiskey sour. Seeing as I have had a request for a whiskey sour, I thought perfect opportunity. The Australian Bitters Company is a Sydney-based company, and it's all handmade, all natural ingredients, no artificial flavours, handmade in small batches. So during these times when we're looking to support local companies, I'd really recommend, if you're in the market for a bottle of bitters, do definitely consider the Australian Bitters Company. Small company, local, just in a suburb of Sydney, actually. Yeah, it's really hard to describe. It's kind of clovey and heaps of baking spices. Yeah, anyway, okay, well I should make something with it, right? So that's my bitters chat. I'm going to make you 2 drinks. So first up, I want to use the aromatic bitters. And I'm going to make you this drink that I think a lot of people have heard of, but not many people have actually tasted, okay? It's a classic drink. It's the pink gin. Okay, so I'm going to use my Sipsmith gin. For any of those of you who have gone out and bought a bottle of Sipsmith, because I've been talking about it for the last couple of sessions, here's another drink that you can make with it. I'm all about continuing to use the things that we already have at home rather than going and buying extra stuff. You've taken my knife away, babe. Can I please have it back? There we go. I was having trouble getting a bottle cap off earlier. Awesome. So I'm going to prepare my garnish first. I'm just going to cut a piece off of this lemon. How should I cut it? I reckon I'll cut it this way. No, I'm going to do it this way actually. I don't want it to be very big. So the pink gin is an interesting little drink. There you go, just like that. That's all I want, and then I'll just neaten it up a little bit just by tidying the edges down like that and like that, and I end up with this. Cool, much prettier. And I'm going to be using this glass. So yeah, the pink gin is an interesting little drink. It originated in the 1800s when the Royal Navy were giving people bitters as the medicine for seasickness, and that was supposed to fix them. But it was pretty unpalatable, so the sailors started mixing it with gin in order to be able to drink it more easily. And that's basically all the drink is. I'll make you one, but you'll see what I mean. It's super, super easy. Traditionally, it actually has only one shot of gin. I'm going to put 2 in because I think otherwise it's going to look like a sad drink, and we don't like sad drinks. So I'm going to put 2 measures, because we'll just say I'm making a double. There we go. 2 nips of gin. And my aromatic bitters. Now all I'm going to do is, I'm thinking 6 dashes, because I would normally put 3 in for a single, but we're making a double. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can't be shy with it. You've just got to throw it around a bit. There we go. And then I'm going to just fill my mixing glass up with ice. This is a mixing glass. If you don't have a mixing glass, that's fine. Just use a pint glass or any big glass that you can stir something around in. Okay, see, you can see how much ice I've got there. And I'm just going to give that a little whiz around. Now I want that to get really nice and cold. It's a full-on drink. Bitters are spicy. But basically this is just straight gin with some bitters, so I want it at least to be cold and quite diluted.
Cameron Perrette has a question.
Cameron Perrette. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Cameron Perrette. What's your question?
Why don't you make an extra for your handsome assistant?
Oh, really? That was Cam. Mods didn't put you up to that at all.
No, I didn't put you.
Mods will definitely be trying this one, Cam. Don't worry about him. He's well able to fend for himself. Okay, so we've got our little glass. How pretty does that look? Just looks absolutely gorgeous. Then I'm going to just do a little, smooth those bitters bottle so you can see, just do a little, right, and that will release the oils. So I'll then do a little wipe around. Now I know that's a bit controversial. Some people like you to do it, some people don't, but there we go. Gorgeous. Am I going to be allowed first sip, or does Mods get first sip?
No.
Wow. It's been a while since I've had one of these, but that's a really cool drink. You can see it's just 2 ingredients. There you go, you can try it. One for my handsome assistant. Really? That's a really cool way of using bitters. What do you... Thank you. Yeah. Awesome. So give that one a try at home. You can use any gin you like. Traditionally, it was made using Plymouth gin, but you can see I've used Sipsmith. I've seen people use all sorts of gin in this. So just whatever you've got at home. Don't go to rushing out and buying something unnecessarily. If you've got some Sipsmith already, throw that in. And yeah, I can definitely taste the fruitiness of those bitters. It does taste different to how I remember it tasting with Angostura bitters. It kind of tastes a little, how can I even say it? It's fruitier. It's fantastic. I love it. Yeah. Great. great. I'm really happy with that. Cool. He's eyeing off that drink there. There you go. Okay, drink number 2. We're going to make a whiskey sour. Okay. I did get asked for this the other day, Peter Hilhorst. This is for you. So what we're going to do first up is a little bit of preparation. Could you please pass me another one of these red glasses? Thank you. Okay, I just realised I don't have enough glasses. Cool. Okay, so first up I'm going to prepare another garnish. You know, I'm going to be putting orange bitters into this. Now normally when I make it, I would put the aromatic bitters on the top of the egg white. But I think what I... Did you drink all of that? Okay, well, that's nice. Thanks, darling. There we go. Cool. Okay, I need that. So, I'll just move the evidence of that out of the way. There we are. Yeah, normally when I make a whiskey sour, then I'd be dotting the aromatic bitters on the top. Because I've decided to go with the orange bitters today, orange and Maker's Mark work really well. So I'm going to put that orange bitters straight into the drink. So I think I might actually use a piece of orange peel to garnish this drink instead of, I would normally use lemon peel, but I reckon I'm going to use some orange. This is kind of the key to these kinds of drinks, guys. Like, you really need to get a bit creative, get your hands dirty. You can't go too far wrong. We're still in the citrus garnish family, so that's all good. I'm just making my garnish look a little bit prettier. I always prepare my garnish first. That way you don't have your made drink in front of you and then you're messing around trying to deal with your garnish and all the while your drink's diluting. So just a little tip from me to you, prepare garnish first. And all other things as well. So now I'm going to, this knife is pretty blunt. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to juice a lemon. Now, the way I'm going to make this sour is 2 shots of bourbon and then 20 mils each of lemon and sugar. Because I've made a lot of sours in my time and I know that that's kind of the way that I like it. You don't have to make it that way. There is something called a classic sour formula, which is based on a 3-2-1 principle. And if you assume that 1 part means 15 mils, and we go 3 parts strong, 2 parts sour, 1 part sweet, therefore 45 strong, or liquor, 30 sour, or citrus juice, and 15 sweet, then you can apply that to basically any spirit. If you put tequila, lime juice, sugar syrup, that's a margarita. If you put rum, lime juice, sugar, that's a daiquiri. If you put cognac, lemon, and like Cointreau, then that's a sidecar. Okay, so I'm making a classic whiskey sour here, and I'm using a 60-20-20 measure, but I would always recommend that if you're starting to make a sour, start with that 3-2-1 principle and then build from there, because your citrus tends to vary a little bit. Some lemons are more sour than others, etc, etc. Okay, so there, I've juiced my lemon. Now the controversy, I have an egg. We're going to put egg in this drink. We're going to put half an egg white. Okay, there we go. A little trash station over here that I'm putting together. Okay, I have that. Now, where is my sugar syrup pre-made? That is a 1-to-1 ratio. I've got egg all over my hands now. Never mind. If I was in a bar, then I'd wash my hands. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to put. Thank you, but it's dry. It's all sticky now. Thanks. Okay, good. One pink gin down, just throwing tea towels everywhere. Okay. Now I'm going to put 2 shots, like I said, of my Maker's Mark in here. I'm using Maker's Mark, so I'm using a bourbon whiskey. You can use any whiskey you want. You can use a Scotch whiskey, rye whiskey, Canadian whiskey, Irish whiskey, whatever you like. Anything goes, okay? So that's absolutely fine. I'm going to put 2 dashes of my orange bitters in here. Okay. I am going to put 20 mils of sugar syrup. There we go. I'm going to put 20 mils of my fresh lemon juice. If you don't have fresh lemons, it's fine. Use lemon squeezy. And I realise that there are a few people watching this, so I probably shouldn't have said that, but if you don't have fresh lemon, then it's not going to be the end of the world. Okay, now I am going to dry shake this. This is a shaker, okay, a 2-piece shaker. If you don't have a shaker, if you have a sports drink bottle, something with a wide mouth, use that, okay, that'll work fine. Or if you've got one of those old Midori shakers lying around, left over from the 80s or 90s, use one of those.
When you got your illusion after leaving the planet.
Yeah, they were a Planet Special. Okay, so I'm not putting any ice in there, so it's a dry shake. And the reason I'm going to do this is to emulsify the egg white. Okay, so there we go. Nice and frothy. I don't know if you can see that. Never mind, take my word for it. It's nice and frothy. Now, I'm going to add the ice. Okay. Put our little lid back on there and we will shake. Very elegant. Now, my hands are all sticky and slippery, so hopefully we don't have a repeat of the shaker incident, Brady. This is a tricky one. Doesn't want to come undone. Okay, well, I'll give you a crack in a minute. There you go. You have a crack. Oh, he did it immediately, of course. I loosened it. Thank you, darling. Okay. Now, I'm going to put ice in my glass. Okay. And I'm going to... There we go. And... squeeze of orange over the top. Let's see how that worked out. I didn't put the egg white in.
Yes, you did.
Did I? No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. I totally left the egg white out. Okay, we'll just do that all over again. It's okay. All of that dry shake was nothing. Never mind. We'll try it. Hey. Here we go. Okay, so half an egg white. Oh, see if we can get a bit of a better head on that. Oh, that looks a bit good. This is not my day, is it? Okay, there we go. Rescue me again. I swear I'm loosening it for you. And because I've already... There we go. There, much nicer. See that? There we are. And put our garnish back in. Yeah. And there. Now, orange bitters has worked really well in here. I haven't actually used orange bitters in a sour before. I often use orange bitters in my old fashions, but never in a sour. Like I say, I tend to put aromatic bitters just over the top of it. But yeah, that's delicious. That's worked out really, really well. Do you want to try? There we go.
This one's for you, the Big Hills Hoist.
For Peter. your verdict?
I used to have to make one every night for Chef Joe Diaz at Stonyfield Winery.
Oh, well, there you
And
go.
he likes an egg white, so that's how it tastes. Beautiful.
Lovely. Okay. Any questions there?
No, nothing serious.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'll jump on and answer any non-serious questions later on.
Peter says yum, Fenella says hi, and Marnie Gerber says what a man.
He saved me a couple of times tonight, hasn't he?
Oh.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Well, that's me done for another week. If you've got any requests, etc., just hit me up either in the comments or send me a message. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope everyone stays safe. Fingers crossed. Good news on Friday. We can start relaxing things a little bit. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Thanks. Bye.